Hello everyone, welcome to 171 Not Out. Today we are going to start a new segment, a new show in our podcast called French Cut. What we are going to do in French Cut is we as a fan discuss topics which are need to be discussed in women's cricket. Some of the topics, maybe some topics may be controversial topics. Some may have not been discussed properly in media due to various reasons. We as a fan going to discuss about those topics in order to contribute to the fans, like in order to enlighten the fans, fellow fans, in towards women's cricket. What are the things they need to understand towards women's cricket? What are the things which we lack in women's cricket? These are the things we need to cover in this show. So this is going to be a series of shows. There will be a series of shows covering women's cricket and the problems surrounding the women's cricket. So today for the show we have our fellow teammates with 171, Paulami, Swati and Habil with us to discuss about these topics. Hi everyone.
Hi guys, this is Swati. I'm from Delhi.
I'm Habil, basically. I'm from Bangalore.
Yeah. Okay. Hello, I'm Polomi and I'm from Kolkata.
Myself, Alan Emmanuel Dodge. So the topic itself is about as a fan, what are we feeling about following the women's cricket in India? And what are the things we wanted to see in women's cricket in India as a fan? When we clear our schedule and we sit in front of our TV screens or laptops, what we feel, what we wanted, and what we feel in turn, like what we get as an output of that broadcast. So what are the things we can do it? That's the discussion about this today's topic. It's a big topic.
Yeah, I think
we'll try to condense.
I think to start with, like, given what has happened over the last 1 year, right? I think what I want to see is women's cricket. Full stop. Like, I want to see some cricket. But I mean, the amount we've had, I think, honestly, has been really sad. We definitely should be having more cricket over this period of time. I mean, hopefully that'll change moving forward. But let's see.
Yeah, for me, we all. The first thing is that the information regarding women cricket matches, that was so hard to get. We know that the South African series happened just few weeks back, but there was no, from a fan's perspective, you always look for like these big cricket moments, big series, like, okay, England is coming and we have all this big show going on that, okay, they are coming. We go to Australia, they have this big thing, that Panga with Aussies and all those things, right? But for women cricket, there was no such information. So when we say, as a fan, I want to know what is going on there. If I go to BCCI website, even there, that information is not that good over there. So you, as a fan, you feel like, why that step kind of, giving as compared to men cricket, that value is not given to women cricket. I feel like that. And when you can see that difference, right, when people see that, why would anyone push their daughters to go into women's sports when they can see the huge disparity between both the sports, right? If you are not able to see it, you will not be able to keep that in your mind. It will not stick in, out of sight, out of mind. That's what has happened, right? If you wanted to capture that imagination of the whole world after that ICC T20 World Cup, where 84,000 people were there in the stadium. It was an Australian record, right? But if you look at the Hotstar, that streaming content of the people who were watching that was also very huge. There was so much discussion. And I think that is something which BCCI wasted, because it's out of sight. Again, you have the small South African series and, there were fans there. But imagine if you had built upon that to capture your, customer segment. It would have been so much huge for us as a sports fan. I would have been so invested, so looking forward to that. But now it is like, okay, Abhi hua, now what next? I don't even know when they are going to play next after this final. I won't be able to see anyone, right? So I believe they missed the trick over here.
That's right. And I think it needs very less effort. I don't know. See, if you talk about investments and all, those are like a separate discussion altogether. But to create hype for a series or to give information for a series when the series is already finalized, that needs very less effort. It's nothing like we already knew the team has already reached for the India and South Africa series. We knew the team has already reached Lucknow from their social media statuses from the players and everything. But still, there was no information in the BCCI website. There was no advertisement anywhere. There is no announcement. The team list came up after, I think, some big personalities tweeted about it, that why isn't the team list out? So if you know that you have selected a team, you have already sent them in the bio bubbles. So what is stopping you to just announce it to the fans? So to tweet every day, at least from your official handle, that okay, this is a series coming. You can see the difference. You see that the Australia series is going on. If you follow the Australian Twitter handle, you see how they're hyping up for each player, even for the debutants, for each players, the records that are said to be made, what records are being broken, what their coaches are saying, what the captain is saying. There is nothing, compared to that from the BCCI handle. We have to beg to them to tweet something. So, and these things doesn't need any investment, or if they talk about this profit and investment and revenue, this doesn't need anything. It's just a 2-minute thing. Even a fan is doing a better job in it. So why? It's just the lack of intent, nothing else. From my point of view, at least.
Yeah, I think Australian cricket is one of the biggest in promoting women's cricket in social media. In social media. So exactly. The thing I saw is when the 15-year-old Amy Smith, who is a leg spinner, she was about to make a debut for Hobart Engines, I guess, in the WBPL. So they covered it like one of the big stars. Okay, she was a 15-year-old kid. They wrote an article about her. They captured they shared the video of taking wickets of Bristol Lee, all those big names she took it, and they were sharing it in their social media. So this is for a domestic competition. End of the day, WBPL is also a domestic competition. So
domestic competition.
Yeah. So they are sharing it in their live tweet, in their Cricket Australia official Twitter account. They are actually tweeting about this girl, the 15-year-old. She is going to change the world, something like that. So they are making big. They are creating that hype. They are creating that an excitement for fans to go and watch the match when she is playing. Right, so this is not something happening with women's cricket. So even though we have a women's domestic account, Twitter account, or women's cricket,
I feel like that is just for the sake of it. They have created one handle and that's it. I don't see any that much activity there. Right now we are moving towards digital world, right? Every industry is trying to capture that digital platform for their bases and all, fan base and all, right? Like Paulomi said, and like you are saying, right? If it takes hardly 2 minutes to send out a tweet, and the number of people who react to that is huge. If you send it across, even if you are sending it from your national main account from BCCI handle or from BCCI women, you see how many followers they have. If BCCI, I think it has millions of followers. If they send one tweet, how many people are going to get that? And then from there, let's say even 10% people retweet it, you can imagine the amount of amount of coverage or it will get, right? And that will get people talking. That's what is I think BCCI, or maybe like you said, the intent is not there to use the social media to our advantage. That's the only thing you can think about from here.
Actually, they are doing it for a men's game. They are doing it for men's game. Why not? Even if a women's domestic team, women's BCCI is tweeting it something, why not you retweet it? That's it, right? You have
just one single retweet can make it such a big difference.
Exactly, and I think Sinjal brought up the bit about teams, teams not being announced till pretty much the last minute, right? I think right before it came out, I think I'd seen a lot more fans basically try to piece together how many players were in Lucknow based on Instagram stories, and okay, so this person. I think someone
like a puzzle.
Yeah, someone picked out Pratisha was on the spot because of that or something like that. I remember seeing something like this. And also
the venue.
The venue thing.
Right?
I getting the same thing. Yeah.
So that was a
Yes,
huge
yes.
mess up, right? So you were supposed
Oh,
to
yeah.
land in Trivandrum, I think, in Kerala, and just 2 days before that, they are saying like, okay, that was occupied by some military persons or something like the ground is not
Cricket
available.
ground.
What when if will this happen for a men's tournament? Live
No,
about
it will
like an
never happen.
international.
Never happened.
Live about
And
international. For domestic tournament,
that
they will have a
was
preset, yeah.
that was
It's
so
a
bad.
lack of planning. That nothing else.
Right.
For men's
Right.
tournament, it's fixed like 4-5 months before. We don't even know how long before they have booked the ground. They have set everything up. For women's cricket, maybe they are giving notice just 1 month before. Okay, next month we want to have a match. So
And
obviously they will have other engagements.
And they have
Yeah.
fans open for women's game, right? They have 50% fans open for a women's game. So how do you let the people in that state, like suppose it was happening in Thiruvananthapuram, like how do you know let the fans in that state know, like, okay, the match is happening in so and so stadium, and
Exactly, yeah.
how will you gather the fans? So there's a
Exactly.
huge gap between this scheduling thing and this selecting teams and then communicating it to the fans. So we need to bridge that gap. So somehow there should be a proper smooth flow.
I feel like maybe pick up the professionals who are running the digital side of men cricket. Get some of them, give them some contract. Okay, please, can you do it for women's guys? We are really lacking. Or kick out those who are handling the BCCI women digital side, and get us there. We will do it for you for free. Actually, we'll do much better job of it.
So
That's the thing. I can't help but feel it's the same people running both accounts. It seems like they have time.
Yeah,
to do so much.
Maybe they
That
need
is I also feel so.
maybe they need something. Or it could be like the bosses don't care that, okay, you just focus on the men's team and you don't worry about women. I mean, I feel like that if you as a
Prioritize.
professional, if I am running a handle, and if I am like being told to do focus on one side of it and not on the side, I'll do that, right? Why would I care like that? Obviously, it's at the end of the day, it's my job, and whatever my bosses say, I'll do that, right? So maybe I think it is the upper guys or the upper management who needs to have a hard look at themselves.
Yeah.
It is just now is the right time for me. I feel like this time is the right time. There is no other right time. It will never come for you.
The right time was actually 2017. But
Yeah, exactly.
I think
That's the right time, the best time.
Yeah.
That's the best time. But
So
Also I feel like even okay, let's say they have this broadcast going on, like I got to know that BCCI is broadcasting, is the whole streaming partner is Hotstar, so they are just whatever BCCI is doing, they are just showing it across, right? I feel like the level of commentary team which we had or which we still have basically is so bad for the women's team, I would say, because those guys who are commenting on the match during I mean, I feel like they are more suited to the men's game, because I think we have so much better players, former players, like we have Anjum, right? We have Snehal, we have Reema, who thankfully is there in the commentary team. But I feel like if we get those former players to comment on these women's matches, it would be so much better. Imagine a Harsha Bhogle or a Alan Wilkins coming in and talking about women's game. How much different it would be listening to them as compared to these. The level has to go a bit, because these guys are they are giving us the state of the match, right? And that for me is very important, because half the time I was on mute. Whenever these guys would come in, I would just simply put it on mute, and that I couldn't listen to it. I even got an idea, why don't you start commenting on it? Just put them on mute and you do your commentary on that. I think that would be much better than listening to those guys.
I was feeling like they are like one of our uncles, one of our relatives from our family who used always
Right.
compare,
It was
compare to
so
our men's,
condescending. These guys were talking about like even when Ashwani sent a wild throw, okay, fine, it happens. You talk about it once and you leave it down, okay? Not that you continue talking about it for 2-3 hours and asking the captain to go and talk to her. Imagine talking that to Hardik Pandya, na, when he dropped that sitter. what will you say? You just said it once.
Talking
That's it,
about
done.
dropping sitter, Virat Kohli, how many catches he dropped in this IPL and Australian tour? Who will talk to
This
him?
would-
Right,
this-
it happens. It happens actually.
Yeah,
It's
it
just a
happens.
game. I mean, we should not go behind it.
We are
And
playing.
I mean, if you are laughing as a commentator, if you are laughing on a player during a match, what impression
That
will
is
it have on the people who are
Yeah.
listening to you?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
not
is
good.
a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
You want to add a few points for the commentary things? Ptolemy or
no, I mean, yeah. So I agree with everything Swati said there. Obviously, they need to be at a place where they're better researched. They know what this the game they're talking about, right? And the references to the men's game needs to stop. Like you've got to focus on the 22 people that are on the ground and people related to the feed, right? Like I understand if you're talking about if the first semi-final is going on and you're talking about the second semi-final as well, right? That I understand.
I
But
think following
why
2017 World Cup, Sanjay Manjrekar did a good job. Actually, Sanjay Manjrekar, I think Alan Wilkins also was part of that. I guess Alan Wilkins, Ian Bishop. I think it's very few instances they compare men's cricket because obviously they are from men's cricket. They watched men's cricket. But they did a little bit of better job, like not comparing, not talking about men's cricket that much.
I understand the reference are two being made, right? Like I mean, when Harmanpreet scored that 171, against Australia, I think if they spoke about Kapil Dev's 175 against Zimbabwe,
Exactly. That would
I get it. Yeah, that I understand. That is okay.
Right.
That is fine. But when that is going on, if they speak about, I don't know, some random match that Chetan Chauhan was part of or whatever,
doesn't make any
wouldn't
sense.
add up, right? That's
It just shows that they're not
that
well
was-
researched. Yeah.
Right.
They do
That's
not
the main
know
point.
about the players. The players who are playing, they don't know much about their backgrounds, or they don't have anything to talk about them. So they just fill the gaps with what they know. It feels as a listener. That's what I feel.
I think one of the person on commentary, he said itself, right? Imagine you are commenting for a women's match and you are saying, okay, I don't know much about women cricket, but I'm still commenting here. I was, oh my god, what the hell are you doing here? Just get out
Actually,
of
they
here.
are the domestic commentators. They actually do for domestic games. They consider this entire this what to say like an international fixture as a domestic fixture. The quality of the video, I think we can cover that.
Oh, right, on those,
Those things. They
And the amount of
video, that's totally in domestic level. I think Ptolemy shared that point. She was like really domestic quality.
It's just very low quality too.
And the fact that we did not have someone coming from, so generally when you have an India-South Africa match in the men's game, you have South African commentators also as part of the broadcast. We didn't have that.
We didn't have
So
that.
I mean, any Indian men's cricketer, right? If you had like Isago is obviously aiming pretty high, but if you had someone of that stature,
and Lisa Stelekal is in India, mind you, like she is in India. We could have used we could have used her like.
Yeah.
She's right now also she's here no for IPL. There are 4 women
she's
commentators who are here for IPL, and I was like, if you can get IPL, BCCI can get those guys, why not at least have the 3 former Indian players, good players you have in your ranks. You get Anjum Chopra, you get Snail Pradhan, you get Reema who's already there. How good it would be to listen to them, and because from a women's cricketer mindset is totally going to be different, and we don't know what their thought process is. How a women cricketer would feel in a certain under pressure situation, how they felt it, and if to tell it from that point of view, it would be much better.
I think we need to consider women's cricket in India as a separate sport. And we need to think about like how can we develop this thing, right? How can we make this fan followed? Right now, I feel like women's cricket. If you consider Australian cricket Australia, they don't actually have the revenue which BCCI is getting, like, because our fan base is a huge fan base, so they don't have that massive fan base. So they wanted to bring in fans, new fans, everything from a from different corners of the world, like Australia. So they come up with different innovative ideas to engage with fans, like a lunch break or in a tea break, or they invite the fans, they invite the players who are currently playing, and get to know about their strategies, their perspectives, so that the fan will get to know, okay, this is the reason that bowler didn't bowl for like this in this session. This is the reason they're going slow at the start of the session. So we'll get to know insights about a match that is happening as a fan. So BCCI can do these things for a women's cricket, right? So invite so suppose like a 16 member squad, but there are only 11 or 12 players, which will total 13 players will be involved in the game, right? There are 2 substitutes, and get us someone from the squad. Get us someone who are actually the players are in the squad, ground. The cricket analysts are in the same place, right? Why not invite a player? Why not invite a player and have a discussion with the game, so they may know more about the players, right? Since they are interacting with them, they're spending a day with them. They know more about the players playing in the game. It happens, right? They're inviting Maxwell for a BPL game to commentate, right? They're inviting Maxwell, paying. Those guys are current cricketers, but still they are doing the commentary thing as well. So that brings what to say, like few more audience. Like if not a huge audience, at least they feel okay. Someone from the current cricket fraternity is talking, right? There, someone from current players is.
I feel the easiest way for it would be for our superstar male guys to tweet about, maybe twice a month or something, about the female cricketer, the huge fan following they have. At least it will get someone talking, and it won't even take, imagine a Virat Kohli, imagine a Virat, no, that's what I'm saying. Now, imagine a Virat Kohli tweeting about a Shefali Verma or a Richa Ghosh, and showing her batting prowess or something like that. You create a package of it and ask them to tweet about it.
Actually they don't tweet us. Actually, in real, they don't handle those Twitter handles. It's their.
No, I get that. I get that. No, that's what I'm saying. I get that part, that it is handled by some other guys and all that. That's pretty fine with me. But what I'm saying is, if you want it to grow, if you want people to talk about it, that is the best advertisement of it. Because even if you see our female cricketers, when India's matches are going on, they talk about their favorite stars, right? They say, okay, this person did good. Why not do it the other way around?
The same happens with
what's holding you back and doing that, right?
I think Ashwin's probably the only person who tweets about women's cricket. I think.
Yeah, I still have some opinions about the conversation he had.
That I understand, but at least he's talking about it.
At least he's talking about it.
At least he's talking about it.
I don't agree with a lot of things.
He's the only one, I guess.
He's making an effort to do it, right? Yeah. Still, he has a career with the Indian team, so he cannot talk certain things. So yeah.
Yes.
And I don't know if you have seen this, but it's incredible how he gets Ashley Gardner's name wrong each time. He calls her Alyssa Gardner each time. I mean, her name is Ash. Like, the nickname is the same as yours. Please get it. Yeah.
Hey viewers, we have recorded a long session of this podcast, so we have decided to split it into two parts. You have reached the end of the first part. Please listen to part 2, where we discuss further points about following women's cricket in India. So stay tuned. Thanks for listening.